Hey everybody, let's do a little narrated rolling. This is Shane. He's one of my mid-level blue belts. Shane has a nice, fluid, relaxed game. He's a lot of fun to roll with. Shane wants to get to my back, so I'll create a post and keep circling away. Whenever I roll with someone less skilled, my goal is usually to create challenges that are appropriate to their level. That usually means dialing down the intensity and being a little more playful, a little more carefree. I like to overhook the head when I pass the butterfly guard, then block the leg and back step. Shane attempts to recover guard, which I don't fight, but I am keeping some posture. Shane has a nice triangle and I don't want to get caught in it. I'll cut the corner to side control, and then go to north-south. Maybe I can get the arm. Shane defends, so I'll threaten the other arm. Shane does the right thing to get a knee in, but he leaves the top leg dangling where I can pull it across and pass. I'm just creating a little tripod and pinning the far shoulder to try to get past his guard. But what I really want is the far arm. Shane gets to his knees, but I'll stay attached. There's a sweep that I can get from there, but Shane knows what I want, so he defends. Instead, I'll go for a single leg from turtle and pass his guard. I'm hunting for the far arm. Shane slips through, but I stay attached to the arm and get the finish right there. Let's look at that again because you're going to see me attack that arm a lot today. I secure the arm, but I'll let Shane slip through and secure the arm with a Kimura grip for the finish. One more time, slower. One of the advantages of being more advanced is you can get yourself into positions that you're working on over and over again. It's basically dynamic drilling. Okay, I'll play some defense now and see what Shane does. Looks like he's just going to dance all over me. Sometimes Shane can be a little too relaxed. Shane sets up a back take off of a spider web, which I defend by hiding my arms and scooting down. I transition to turtle and attempt a Granby roll to recover guard, but there isn't quite enough space. I'll use it to set up a triangle choke. Shane comes up to try to defend, but I push his arm across and cinch it up for the tap. Shane attempts to arm drag me, but that opens up a possible lane to his back, or in this case, we end up with me overwrapping his hip and sprawling to get past. Don't underestimate the usefulness of sprawling on someone's legs. Shane does a nice sit-up here, which forces me to retreat. I'll come back in to pin his butterfly guard, and I'll reach through to control his feet so I can do a hop over pass. He tries to sweep me and nearly succeeds. He then tries to get to my back, but I'll attach myself to his right arm using that fun little arm control technique I used for the finish earlier. Shane defends his arm, so I try to swim and gather his neck to put him in case agatame, but he keeps moving his head away to defend against the chokehold. Shane back rolls to defend, and I end up holding onto it a little too long here. But I'm able to reattach to Shane's hips, which allows me to get past his long legs. He tries to sweep me, but I go with it and recover. Shane starts setting up a triangle choke, which I'm not fighting very hard to defend. This is about us having a balanced exchange. Nobody's trying to win here, we're just practicing. I'll defend the triangle choke attempt by keeping my left arm a little bit hidden. I'm just going to track his leg with my forearm and elbow and see if I can keep that arm out and then maybe use it to get past. Shane is trying to get a knee in, and I see an opportunity for a knee bar. When you're more skilled than the person you're going with, it gives you a great opportunity to drill dynamically. But again, it's important for both parties to benefit from the exchange. Shane is always looking to slip past the knees. Let's look at that again. Right there. Look at his right foot. Guard passing is fundamentally about getting past the knee line and closing the distance. Shane hops past straight to the back. I'll let Shane work. Looks like he's trying to secure my left arm and go to spider web. It's hard to see here, but I'm just trying to stay attached to his legs so he can't move freely. I'm pinching Shane's left leg with my own legs and controlling his right leg with my arm. And now I bump him off and begin looking to get to the back. Shane turns back into me, so I'm thinking about getting to mount, but I don't have the leverage and Shane is trying to get to the far side to pass. He's passed now, but I'll hide both arms. I'm not defending very hard. As I mentioned earlier, I'm just trying to create obstacles for him. I think I actually tell him here to take the arm lock since he can be a little too willing to go to the next thing and not always get that submission. As I pass, Shane sees an opportunity for a guillotine, but I'm already passing to the side, nullifying the attack. Notice I'm using my head to try to isolate his arm and maybe set up an arm triangle. Those tripod positions are very powerful structures and they take very little energy. Shane defends and we end up in a little bit of a scramble. He gets a knee in for the guard recovery and starts to set up his reliable triangle choke. I'm not defending it very hard. In fact, I'm going to try a late stage escape by shifting to my left side, but Shane does a good job of adjusting his position. He pushes on my triceps for the finish. A little pivot to get past, and I'll drop into Ashigarami for a possible leg attack. But Shane comes up and over to defend. Even though Shane has passed my guard, I'll immediately get to my side, which nullifies a lot of problems from side control. He swivels to spiderweb for the arm, but I clear my elbow to deny it. Shane recovers side control. But again, I get to my side. Don't let people flatten you out when you're put in side control. I'll transition to turtle to get a single leg. Now I'm back to hip control, which makes passing very easy. Looks like I'm isolating the far arm for a possible finish. Look at my positioning here. My hips are pinning Shane's near arm. I love playing that top side corner that way. And I slip past for that sneaky arm lock I like to do, but Shane is hip to it, so he hides his arm. He gets an angle to come up. I try to slip to the back, but he adjusts very nicely to get past and set up his own arm attack. I slip the elbow to defend, but Shane comes back up to get side control, but I'm slithering out. I'll overwrap his hip right there, which lets me come up to side control. I'm trying to secure Shane's upper body, but he slips out, so I momentarily go back to that sneaky arm control I do, just to buy me a little bit of time to get back to the top. I'll secure the far side arm, and depending on how Shane defends, I'll either go for the straight arm lock from spiderweb, or maybe a kimura from the top. Shane tries a knee cut pass, but I'm already pummeling my left arm around his hip so I can slip to the back. But Shane adjusts by throwing his leg over so he can get to the opposite side. That was a nice move, Shane. Let's see that again. He goes for a knee cut pass. I overwrap his hip so I can slip out. And there, look at Shane's left leg. Look how he's positioning it to deny me getting to mount, which allows him to slip to the opposite side. And now he can begin attacking. And there's the tap. There shouldn't be any ego about tapping. Letting a lower belt have some success is very important. I overhook Shane's neck and angle myself so I can pass his guard. Then I transition to mount. I'm putting Shane under a little more pressure now. I windshield wiper over to knee on belly so I can start attacking for the arm. Just trying to stay tight and heavy here. Even though we're mostly being playful, I do turn up the pressure now and again just to make Shane work a little harder to defend. Shane does a good job of slipping out, but I'm back on that arm for that sneaky control. And I let it go and go back to guard. Shane tries another knee cut pass, but I'm already slipping to the back. I've got hip control, which I maintain to come up to side control. Those hips are very important to control. Shane makes a mistake throwing his leg over, which allows me to slip past to the other side. "10 seconds left on the clock, so I go straight to a scissor choke for the tap. That was a lot of fun, Shane. The main takeaway today is the idea of moderating intensity so you can get a lot more practice implementing your game. A more advanced practitioner should always be able to give the less advanced practitioner an experience that lets both parties get something out of the exchange. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.